everyone, Crystal here. I have not given you a booth update in quite a while, so I thought I would do that. But first of all, I want to share the current state of my booth as it was for most of March. So I sold one large piece of furniture, thank goodness. My March sales were so bad. And honestly, the fact that I didn't come in every week reflected in those sales. So I sold a big mirror also that accounts for that bare spot in the middle. But you really have to come in at least once a week to your booth to, even if you don't add anything, just clean it up, make sure you move stuff around. And so here I am just taking everything out. I want to completely redo my booth. I just wrote an article over on vintageboothpro.com, just sharing some traditional interior design tips that I kind of wanted to try out and put in play. I know I've talked to some about it, but let's pause here and just look at these beautiful shelves that I got from Amazon, from a recommendation for a Facebook group member. Everyone's welcome to join if you're not already a member, but these were $40 each. That's two separate shelves, and I just smushed them together. I think the fact that they're open on the back side makes them, more appropriate for display for things like this. They are a little cheapy because they're not wood, they're just some cheapo shelves from Amazon, but I think they work in the space. So one of the main points of interior design is to have a focal point, and that is where I have been really unhappy with my booth, especially this back wall area. So I wanted something to bring the eye up a little bit more because, the number one rule, eye level is buy level. So anything you can do to bring the eye level up and so they can see the products a little bit better. Another rule of traditional interior design that I mentioned over on my blog is the rule of 3, 5, and 7. Basically, it says that odd numbers make the items more visually appealing. So I tried that with this display. As I'm putting items in, I tried to stick 1, 3, 5, or 7. I couldn't always do that because it's just, not perfect when you're dealing with things like this. And also just the point here that I really focused on my buyer persona that I really hope is into the Asian theme, chinoiserie, that sort of thing. I love peacock, so anything peacock related sells fairly quickly for me. But I'm really, really happy with the way this back wall turned out. And I think that's important, that when you love your booth, that's probably the most important thing. Okay, another rule I want to mention is the visual triangle. So you see the very center, that kind of sunburst mirror. Imagine that's the top of the triangle, and it's supposed to carry your eye down to make a very large triangle. And the point of that rule is that it will help your customers' eyes see more of your merchandise. So who knows if that actually works. Vertical stacking. So one thing that we don't take advantage of enough is our vertical space. So stack as much as you can, as high as you can, safely. And of course, I want to mention lighting, but a lot of us don't have electricity, so we can't use lighting. So I highly recommend the use of mirrors because mirrors will make your space, number one, look bigger, and they'll also make your space look brighter. So I sell mirrors fairly regularly, so I highly recommend adding mirrors to your space. Another tip is to group your like items together or items that are the same color. It just helps people that if they're looking for a certain thing, helps them potentially to buy multiple items. And, that's why we're here, is to get those sales numbers up. A very important rule from the traditional interior design is to bring out your personality. That will be a lot of the reason that people keep coming back, is that they see your personality come out in the things that you sell and the way you decorate items. And this is not a design tip, but I just wanted to share my jewelry wall because, as we know, smalls make rent. They have always helped me. Even the smallest things like stickers or just random things will help increase my sales numbers. And so this is kind of what I created for my smalls wall. And if you want to know more about smalls, go to vintageboothpro.com/smalls. Another tip is to style your items with a theme. This piece of furniture is not a bar cart, but I just have a lot of stemware and bar type items. So I just kind of created a little bar type setup, and I don't know about keeping the door open on that. We'll see. I assume someone will come by and shut it, but we'll see how that goes. Another tip is to have a seasonal vignette. So I've said before, I typically really only celebrate the big holidays like Christmas, fall, Halloween, and Easter, but I do sometimes find some random things. So I did set up a couple Mother's Day items. I don't think they'll sell, but you never know. It's just fun to have some timely and seasonal type things on hand. So those are the tips that I wanted to talk about, and here are just some more pictures of my booth. You are more than welcome to let me know your thoughts constructively, of course, if there's anything that I can improve. And if you would like to share pictures of your booth, we love seeing them over on Facebook in the Vintage Booth Pro community. We would be so happy to have you join us, and I will see you over there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.